Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm here for a new video to bring you the latest AC Milan news and rumors. Now, lots of talk regarding Carlos Bacca going on in the newspapers today as he's been linked to Napoli. Of course, you may have heard that Gonzalo Higuain is very close to joining Juventus. I believe he actually underwent his medicals today. And Napoli is thinking of replacing him with Carlos Bacca, the second top scorer of the Serie A last season, and Milan won 30 million euros, of course, like they had asked West Ham previously. But Napoli is currently offering only 20 million euros plus El Kaddouri. And I personally don't believe that El Kaddouri is worth 10 million euros to match Milan's request, of course. So El Kaddouri, personally, I don't think he's a player that can make such a big impact at Milan, and we need players that make an impact. So I personally don't deem Napoli's offer acceptable at the very moment. But they are highly considering him to replace Higuain, and of course he could still make a move to another club. Of course, his preference is going back to La Liga, joining a Champions League club, but Napoli could be a very good destination for him, as well as they will be playing in the Champions League this coming season. There's also been an interest from PSG for Carlos Bacca, so that could be another team that Bacca could potentially join. But an interesting note to point out here is that Milan have told Bacca that he has until July 31st to move out of the club if he decides to move out, or else he will be respecting his 4-year contract at Milan and he will be staying at Milan for this upcoming season. Now, this is very interesting because, like I mentioned a few days ago, Milan's summer transfer market is heavily dependent on Carlos Bacca as to whether he leaves or not, because with him leaving, Milan will receive 30 million euros in which they will be able to spend in the transfer market to strengthen several departments of the team. However, if he doesn't leave, Milan won't have that much of a transfer budget. As I mentioned, that the Chinese will only be offering money after the final closing. That will be taking place in September, so they definitely won't be getting too many transfer funds in order to make some significant moves this summer. So this is very interesting. So we'll see what happens with Bacca, but in my opinion, you know, we're counting down the days here and it's almost the end of July and Bacca is still a Milan player. But developments could be made at any time, at any day. So I think in a week's time, Bacca could very well leave the club. So we'll see what happens. But at this point, there's heavy interest from different clubs on Carlos Bacca. Now, speaking about the Chinese, the preliminary agreement could be postponed once again, according to some sources. It might be postponed to either August 1st or August 2nd. And that is exactly why I refrained from mentioning dates in which this preliminary agreement could be signed. Many people are asking me, is it this date, is it this date? We simply don't know 100%, and that is why I don't feel like mentioning really unimportant dates that change every day on the channel. So bear with me, we'll see what happens, but it is expected to be closed in the following week. Now, there's also been reports regarding Vangioni and Paletta. Both players had been linked to loan moves or permanent moves to other clubs in the Serie A. However, Milan News reported that they won't be leaving Milan this season and they will actually be playing and be part of the squad for this upcoming 2016-2017 season. And finally, some notes on Diego Lopez. It seems that Roma are interested in him. If they're not finalizing the deal for Szczesny, they might very well go for the Spaniard. So that could be a very good option for Roma. But once again, we'll see what happens. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about today's news. Do you think Carlos Bacca will leave or will he remain at Milan? Also, let me know what you think about the other news. And don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything going on at AC Milan. This has been Gio signing off, and as always, Forza Milan!